Hi, I'm David Compton. Your mama taught you shouldn't eat things that have been on the floor, but apparently these motorists didn't learn that lesson and had to actually be told by the government not to do so. And a trooper's dash cam catches an out-of-control semi moments before it slams into his own patrol car.
Hi, I'm Craig Maltman. Last week I showed you a hat that was being tested in Australia that can detect when you're getting sleepy. This week I'm going to show you a ring that you can wear that does the same thing. It's incredible. And it's for sale right now here in the good old USA. Also, Daimler introduces the first SAE Level 2 automated truck in North America with the new Freightliner Cascadia.
Hi, I'm Jessica Rose. 2 truckers are among those killed in a devastating Florida crash, and the heaviest load ever hauls its way into the record books. These are the stories we're covering along with our Cat Scale Rig of the Week on this edition of the Trucker News Channel.
I can't believe you have to actually tell people not to eat stuff that's been on the floor. But in this story, apparently you do. An Alabama sheriff's office is warning people against eating chicken nuggets that tumbled onto a rural highway after a recent truck wreck. An 18-wheeler crashed on Alabama 35 the other day, spilling boxes of chicken tenders in Cherokee County near the Georgia line. Motorists began stopping to pick up the food, which authorities say created a traffic hazard. The Cherokee County Emergency Management Agency actually posted a notice on its Facebook page asking people to quit picking up the chicken. The notice says the food isn't safe to eat after hours on the ground. Like, duh, didn't your mama teach you that? This post also says the situation was creating a traffic hazard and it's a crime to block traffic. I can't believe you actually have to tell adults to do this, but I guess some people really get the craving for chicken nuggets. If there'd only been a spill of barbecue sauce nearby, this story would have been a lot more interesting.
A fiery crash on Florida's I-75 that left 5 children dead and also claimed the lives of 2 truck drivers. A church van on its way to Walt Disney World and a semi-truck operated by Prime Incorporated were struck by another car and semi, this one operated by Eagle Express, that had gone out of control and crossed the median after a collision in the opposite lane. All 4 vehicles collided and then were caught in a fireball created when leaking diesel fuel from the crash burst into flames. The truckers have been identified as Steve Holland and Douglas Bokma. 8 others were reported injured, some seriously. In cases like this, the National Transportation Safety Board would normally send a team to help with the investigation, but cannot due to the current government shutdown. We'll be right back after these messages.
We all know that driving when it's snowing can sometimes present a challenge out there on the road. However, in this video, things go from bad to worse, and I'm not just talking about the road conditions. A Wyoming State Trooper's dash cam recently caught a collision between a passing tractor trailer and his patrol car. The trooper was stopped on Highway 287 near Rawlins, Wyoming, and while he was assisting the stranded driver, another rig who's passing in the other direction goes out of control and ends up striking his car. If you're going to hit someone, this is the worst person to end up smashing into, I'm sure. Luckily, the trooper was inside his vehicle with his seatbelt fastened and was not injured. The Wyoming Department of Transportation had issued an extreme blowover risk for light and high-profile vehicles near this area earlier in the day.
A massive industrial tower being hauled across Canada has made it into the record books as the heaviest load ever, according to the transportation authorities. The heavy propylene-propane splitter is on a 4-day trip from Edmonton, Alberta, to the industrial heartland north of Fort Saskatchewan. The load, including all the trucks hauling it, is 587 feet long, 31 feet wide, 42 feet high, and weighs more than 900 tons. There are also a total of 912 tires on the trucks and trailers involved, bringing new meaning to the term big rig. The operation is being coordinated by the heavy haul specialists at Memoit. We'll be right back with our Cat Scale Rig of the Week after this message.
This week's Cat Scale Rig of the Week goes to Alan and Tanya Suits. Alan grew up in a small farming community in central Illinois where his family still farms today. And when Alan was old enough to drive, he said, why not? And he began driving for the family farm. And also Wishall Transport. Wishall purchased the truck for Alan and he restored it, repainting it, overhauling the engine and transmission, along with adding some chrome for flair. It's a 2000 Peterbilt 379 with a Cummins engine and a 13-speed transmission. Alan hauls road oil, propane, and hydrous ammonia and grain, so keep an eye out for him out there on the road. If you have a rig you'd like to show off here on the Catskill Rig of the Week, send us a video to rigoftheweek@thetrucker.com.
Hi, this is Craig Maltman with this week's edition of the Trucker Tech Report. Last week I showed you a new smart cap that's being tested in Australia that uses EEG from your brain to alert that you're getting drowsy behind the wheel. This week I have a ring that you can wear on your hand that does the exact same thing. This item's for sale right here in the good old USA. The Stop Sleep Ring is a device that you wear while you're driving. It's going to monitor your awareness and concentration levels, and it's going to send out an alarm if it knows you start to nod off. Don't worry, the Stop Sleep just doesn't wait for you to fall asleep and alert you when you're rolled over and dead in the ditch. It's going to let you know in 5 minutes before you nod off. The way the device works, it contains 8 different cutaneous sensors that monitor your awareness and your concentration, along with electrodermal activity. The Stop Sleep will alarm you at the first signs of a drop in awareness well before your head actually starts to bob down. It's available for just $189 at the link shown below on the screen. Daimler Trucks North America has just introduced the first SAE Level 2 automated truck that's in series production in North America with their latest enhancements to their new Freightliner Cascadia. Now what Level 2 automation means is that this truck's capable of both lateral steering and longitudinal acceleration and deceleration control. Still requires a human driver in the cab, of course. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 94% of crashes are attributable to human error. By automating acceleration, deceleration, and steering, this potentially reduces the chance for human error, mitigates collisions, and potentially even save lives. These technologies can also enhance the driver experience by making the truck driving task easier, thereby improving driver comfort and well-being. That's it for this week's edition of the Trucker Tech Report. Until next week, I'm Craig Maltman.
If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to click the little red subscribe button below. You can also go to thetrucker.com to read the latest breaking news stories. That's all for this edition. On behalf of David Compton, Craig Maltman, and myself, Jessica Rose, and everyone here at the Trucker News Channel, thanks for watching.
I know it's only my first month, but I could really get used to this. I've never had so much support to do my job.
No problem, Dirk. I've already got you all taken care of. You are all set.
Hey honey, I'll be home for dinner tonight, just like we planned.
Fueled by freedom. CRST dedicated.